disappointing start of Creamline and Choco Mucho in the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
And we'll take a peek at the preparations of the F2 Logistics cargo movers ahead of their opening match in the PVL. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Well, the wait is over for volleyball fans as the PVL action is back in full swing for the All-Filipino Conference. For the opener last Saturday, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans had a straight-set victory over the Akari Chargers. Maddie Madayag emerged as the player of the game with 11 points in her comeback. For the second match, the defending champs, the Creamline Cool Smashers, swept the Petrogas Angels. Michelle Gumabao and Sed Domingo put up 13 points apiece for the winning squad. Let's find out more about these exciting opening weekend games with the newest face of the PVL broadcast team. Volleyball analyst Ayala Estrañero, congratulations and welcome to the game.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here with you tonight.
Are you?
I feel like I'm gonna go through a very difficult exam with
grilling session
in front of me right now.
Nothing you don't know about.
Yeah.
Nothing you don't know.
Absolutely. You know, I'm just out of curiosity. How is the transition? Kasi syempre, from being a player, now sitting on the chair with the headset on, being the analyst, kamusta naman yung experience?
It has been good so far, especially that I'm surrounded with, people like you guys who are very supportive. And I've talked about this with Boom before. Boom knows how nervous I am every single time. But he explained to me how it was actually an entire process from when I was playing, the guestings I've been through before, and then I did a couple of games in the UAP in the previous season, and now I'm here with PVL. So it's a long transition, but it has been very smooth so far.
Trust the method to the madness lang yan. Very good. Congratulations. We're happy. As I said on TV, we miss you playing in the PVL, but we're happy that we're sitting beside you. So there. Okay, let's talk volleyball. Wow.
All right, so Choco Mucho, let's start off with that win against Akari. Again, Maddie made all the news because she looks good. She looks good in her return. Did serve last time around, and this is technically not her real comeback, but then it felt like she's actually back now. What do you make of her performance?
No, I think she really did well in her first game. Like what you said, again, it's not technically her first game, but it's her first game that we've seen her play her usual role as a middle blocker. She played in the previous season, the Reinforced Conference, as a service specialist, something that she's also really good at the service line. But again, her in her usual form as a middle blocker, doing the running attacks, her A-quicks, very efficient as usual. It's something that we're very happy for her to actually come back with that form, especially that, again, she trusted the process.
You and I were not joking, but kind of like saying in the production room in the second set that, hey, wouldn't it be great if she wins player of the game in their comeback?
Exactly, yeah.
And she actually did. So what a great story for the PVL in that first game. Another great story is they're with a new coach. Now, it's hard to tell things after a first game, Ayel, but your observation of the first game under Coach Dante Alinsunuri.
So, Coach Dante Alinsunuri actually has that aura that is very calm, very relaxed. So I think it also translates in how his players are actually playing. We've seen them. We know what they're capable of. They've had a lot of achievements in their collegiate career. It's a matter of just really honing those skills as a team and as a unit. So yun yung nakita natin. They played more happy. They played happier, more relaxed. We've seen a couple of smiles. They're more aggressive now. But again, it's hard to say whether they've adapted already the system of Coach Dante because it was just their first game.
I like how we're actually counting the smiles, of course, on the floor. Pero tama ka dun eh. And of course, speaking of coaches, Petrogas also have a new mentor with Coach O. And your thoughts on his start as well, because syempre, different type of coach also.
Oh, I think it was quite difficult to them to face Creamline right away in their first game, especially that Coach O just entered. Boom and I talked about this, entered the team early January 10 to be specific, right, Boom?
Yeah.
So it's hard to adapt the system right away. There's a lot of work to do in terms of chemistry between the coach and the players, the communication that has need to be developed through the process. But again, we've seen that the players play their best, but again, it has to it needs to take time for them to fully adapt the system.
And then unfortunately, they went up against a team that basically is our national team in
Yeah.
the last year, towards the end of the year. Even without Eliza Valdez, they're used to that. They competed internationally. Your thoughts? And after that game, now that, kumbaga, nahimasmasan ka na rin, Ayel, at napag-isipan mo na yung laro ng Creamline and Petrogas.
No, we talked a lot about the absence of Eliza Valdez, but again, we didn't feel the absence
Right.
given everyone in the team actually stepped up. To a lot of names came in the scoreboard. Tots Carlos, Michelle Gumabao, said Domingo, both in 13 points. Panaga, also Gemma Galanza as usual. So it's a team with a lot of MVPs, and again with the leadership of Gia de Guzman, who really played a great volleyball. Her setting distribution was on point as usual. She was really able to activate all her attackers, giving them a lot of opportunity to score points for their team.
You know, you mentioned Gia, and every time I think of Gia, I think of yung consistency niya throughout her entire career. And when you take a look at that, just how is it going up against someone like that? Na alam mo, okay, this person's probably going to do all of this, and it's going to be tough to stop.
You know, earlier I was thinking about it. Si Gia yung type ng player na when you kind of associate it with the student, siya yung straight ace lagi. you know na not because she's just good, it's also because she trains well and she
Yeah,
prepares
of course.
well. So a lot of work she has done behind the scenes, and that's the biggest reason why she's able to do that, you know, during the game. So yun lang, straight A student in volleyball as well. That's Gia de Guzman.
All right. Finally, we have to ask about Akari.
Yeah.
Din Santiago joining them. She looked good. But Akari, unfortunately, could not win a set against Choco Mucho. But what are your impressions in general?
Din Santiago for me actually is the perfect person they need to fit
Right.
in their system. Especially that relatively they're a very young team, a lot fresh from college. They need a veteran. So it's a great opportunity for her to actually lead this young team, for her to also grow as a veteran as well, because apparently Carrie joined the Reinforced Conference. That's the first conference they joined. They had Mama Pre,
Right.
Yeah.
their
And less
Olympian
than 2 months
import.
to prepare
Yeah,
lang. Oh.
and she produced a lot of points for them.
Super.
So now that's the bunch of points they need to fill into. So they need, you know, Din Santiago as a veteran to step up for them.
Her and Bang Pineda are going to play a crucial role as
Absolutely.
veterans for the Akari Chargers. Right. Don't move a muscle, Ayel. We will still need you. But after the break, we'll catch up naman with the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers as they prepare for their opening match in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
English. They're all liars. They speak English too. Hey guys, welcome back to the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers vlog. My name is Iris Tolenada, and let's see what we got going on here. Look, we're practicing already over here. We have right behind us influencers in the wild over here. We have Kim Fajardo, Kiana D, Abby Marano, Ivy Laxina, Don Macandili, and Myla Pablo, newest member of our team. Let's see what they're up to. Abby.
Oy!
What?
Ka sabi.
Question is, if you were to wish for anything in this country, what would it be and why?
If I were to wish about this country, I would wish for our country to be corrupt-free.
And world peace. Thank you so much.
so much.
Miss Philippines.
Bye-bye.
2020. Da-da-da-da-da. Guys,
Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
so here we have the one and only Kim Fajardo.
Bitaw ng mahinahon ako pa.
Pogi nito.
The nine and only. What are we doing here, Kimmy? Anong gagawin? Anong ginagawa tayo? Natin. Dito.
Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Ako pa talaga to?
Perfect, yeah.
Anong ginagawa natin dito? May shoot kami and may training. Hanggang hating gabi.
Hanggang infinity.
Tuloy mo yan.
Avengers, huh? And over here we have Myla Pablo. Super focused. What are you doing, Mai? What are you warming up here?
Lunges.
Okay,
For
lunges.
my legs.
For your legs?
Yes, of course.
Well, I would hope it's not for your biceps because that's not...
There's
Ginusto mo yan eh.
Bye.
We have Elaine Casilag. Did you guys know that Elaine and I were teammates before? Pocari Sweat. There we go. Are you excited to be an F2 logistics mover again?
Of course, yeah.
You guys get back to work. Joy Girl, I have a request for you. Can you teach us all on the vlog how to model walk? What are the tips and can you...
Model anymore.
Joy Girl. Are you Shorka? Shorka.
Yeah.
But look at this face.
Go
She's
next,
always,
next.
always fresh. You know what? She came in the gym and all she did was brush her hair and she said she was ready for the photo shoot. Sana all talaga. Wow. Fresh ka, girl. Hi guys, welcome back to my F2 shop here. We have jerseys for sale. We have a ring light for sale also. I'll take 1,000 pesos for this one. What? And then an F2 logistics sign over here. Let's go for 500,000 pesos, okay? Grabe ka. We have a volleyball here that says F2. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing. Actually, I'm gonna declare this not for sale because I'm gonna keep it for myself. So, sorry, not sorry, huh? We would just like to thank you so much for tuning into this vlog. Make sure you follow us all on social media. And is there anything you want to say to our F2 Cargo Movers fans? And
Thank you
family?
for supporting us and keep supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, F2 Logistics will play their opening match tomorrow against the PLDT High-Speed Hitters. The second game will be a semifinals rematch between the Cherry Tigo Crossovers and Signal HD Spikers. And still with us to preview our second day of the All-Filipino Conference, PVL analyst ILS Tornero. You saw Iris Tolenada take over the mic beautifully. And one of the players that you saw there in that fun P-Vlog episode was her talking to Myla Pablo. She is, of course, the big name joining them. Talking about the Coach Regine era now at F2, please, IL.
I think Myla Pablo is a perfect addition also to F2 Logistics, especially that they've been struggling to produce points in the outside position, especially when they're in an all-Filipino lineup. So with her performance in the previous conference in the Reinforced, she was really a big impact player for the Petrogas. And now transferring to F2 Logistics, it's interesting to see how F2 will maximize her in the outside hitter position. And with Coach Regine Diego, also with a new coach, a female coach.
Exciting.
So it's very exciting. Not much to expect, but she has a couple of awards also for herself in the high school and collegiate level. So it's interesting how this new system in F2 Logistics will perform this conference.
And she's back home, so to speak, diba, with the LaSalle system.
Yeah, and of course, yung kalaban nila, PLDT high-speed hitters, the big acquisition here is actually sa coaching position. See, Coach Ral Ricafort, again, recently winning a championship. And with him being here, again, you can't expect results overnight. But then what can we expect with him being part of PLDT?
No, with Coach Ral Ricafort, talking about process also, he's been with Petrogas since it started. He started as a statistician. So a lot of knowledge in terms of the technical side of volleyball. And he was able to translate that in his head coach position in Petrogas. And now that he is in PLDT, let's see how his system also and his knowledge in volleyball will work well with the players of PLDT.
Right, 2-in-1 question, Ayel, because we're running out of time. Cherry Tigo crossovers, what are your impressions with them for tomorrow? And then your former team, the Signal HT Spikers.
With Cherry Tigo, they started well in the reinforced conference. It's a lot of points given by their Filipino players. Not a lot was expected from their import.
Right.
So we can expect them also translate that momentum into this All-Filipino conference. And also with Signal HG Spikers, it was a very consistent run for them in the previous year. They won 2 bronze
Podium
medals
lahat, yeah.
and then another silver medal in the reinforced conference. So, there's that momentum, there's that consistency. They finished podium a lot last year. So let's see how they will start this All-Filipino
Absolutely.
conference.
Flew under the radar a bit. So let's see how far they can go this time around. Again, maraming salamat.
Excellent
Thank you.
job.
It's like
so
you're
much.
at home being an analyst. We really
Nice.
love it. We really enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So after the break, we'll catch up with the champions of the 2023 Philippine Intercollegiate Golf Series. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Welcome back. You're still watching the game. After 3 legs, champions have been crowned in the 2023 Philippine Intercollegiate Golf Series held at the Eagle Ridge Golf and Country Club in Cavite. Among the top college golf clubs in the country, the De La Salle University emerged victorious in both the men's individual and team categories. As for the women's divisions, Ateneo de Manila University brought home first place for both the individual and team competitions.
Sobrang fun nitong PGF hosted intercollegiate golf tournament, and also for the team naman, it's a very good experience kasi it's the first time na nagkaroon ng women's golf team yung UP.
My experience this year is really hard. Actually, the course is really tough. I didn't expect for this course to be this tough, and I'm glad that the boys did really great. And they had a hard time, and for sure, they also made sure that they're gonna have fun. Blessing the Lord, I got the individual championship, and we also won the team championship. So it's a back-to-back win for us for intercollegiate. That's why I'm really happy. We're all gonna celebrate tonight for sure.
Moving on to hoops, international basketball icon Pau Gasol has been named the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Global Ambassador. With FIBA's flagship event getting underway in just 200 days in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia, Gasol will be on hand to represent the tournament on the global stage. The 2006 World Cup champion and MVP played at 3 World Cups, 5 Olympics, and 7 Eurobaskets. Gasol helped Spain win silver medals at the 2008 and the 2012 Olympics, and then bronze at the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Games. Having served as FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022 ambassador in Sydney, the Spanish legend is excited for his new role as global ambassador in the upcoming 2023 Basketball World Cup.
And speaking of the FIBA Basketball World Cup, check out how you can support Gilas Pilipinas in the upcoming window. Let's watch this.
Gilas Pilipinas is back. Come out and support them in the last stop before the FIBA World Cup 2023. Watch as they rekindle their rivalry with Lebanon this February 24.
Clarkson throws up the prayer off the glass and in.
And close out the qualifiers on the 27th against Jordan. See them in action live at the Philippine Arena. Buy your tickets now via smtickets.com or any SM outlet nationwide.
We can't wait. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Paolo De Rosario. This has been The Game.